Testing, testing. Is this thing on? I think we're live. Or not live. Whatever it is that I'm doing, currently recording. And as I'm currently recording, I am pleased to announce that I'm doing another Top 5 Thursday. And this one, again, is of the courtesy of Jacob Williams Dudgeon. And you know what? Gotta say, a lot of y'all didn't fucking comment this week, though. Where the fuck were them comments at? Damn. It was literally between two people. And I think although it was close, I had to edge this one because also it goes to the fact that I always talk about how if you put in a entry from the prior week, don't be afraid to throw it back don't be afraid to throw it back in the hat because I might draw it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what happened with this one. It was close between him and Ryan, the two people that submitted a top 5 Thursday. But in the end, I was like, man, he already asked for this once, so let's fucking do it. And plus, I'm hyped, dude. We're doing top 5 Asian actors that break into Hollywood or whatever. I think he said martial artists specifically, but honestly, let's be honest. Honestly, let's be honest. A lot of honesty in that. I was going to do martial artists anyways. Sorry, John Cho. Or, there's some good Asian actors, but come on, man. Being the huge martial arts fan I am, it had to be that. You know what I mean? That is the purest form of entertainment to me when it's done right. And these guys are nothing short of that. At number 6, I hate to do this. And you're like, number 6? Yeah, might as well be a top 6 because there's one guy in particular I'm leaving off that breaks my heart. And that is going to be Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen is not making this list, people. But, hey, if you know me, I normally don't do honorable mentions. Donnie Yen was worthy of that. And even as I'm saying this, I feel like a fucking idiot. You left off Ip Man, Brandon? Ip Man? Yes, I did. At number 5, I'm going to have to go with Jet Li. Jet Li barely beat out Donnie Yen for me. And I think the reason Jet Li beat him out is a bit of nostalgia. Now, Donnie Yen's been doing it for a long time. Of course, he was in the Once Upon a Time in China 2 with Jet Li as like the bad guy or whatever. And he was great in that movie. But at that time, I was like, oh, who's this dude? You know what I mean? I didn't really know Donnie Yen like it yet, as great as he was. Jet Li just has more epic movies. I feel like Donnie Yen is so consistent. That's his fucking calling card. His movies are pretty consistently solid. But other than the Ip Mans, there isn't a whole lot of like great in there. It's just if you get a Donnie Yen movie, it's going to be really good. But how often is it great? That's the problem I have with Donnie Yen, and I'll circle my way back around to it. And I shouldn't say problem because, I mean, dude, motto of consistency. But Jet Li's got more great movies to me, even down to like his movies that are in America. Actually, let me just dial that back because there's really only like a couple. I like Kiss of the Dragon a lot, which I'll say I love that movie. I do, and I love Lethal Weapon 4, and he's such a great villain in that. And then you take that away, and the Fist of Legend, what Jet Li pulls off in that fucking movie, that's more than I could say for Donnie Yen, honestly. Donnie Yen is a terrific martial artist, really, really great. But Jet Li's just got a deeper catalog to me, more roles, even though Donnie's is sneakily deep. Like I said, he was up in Once Upon a Time in China, the second one with Jet Li. I believe even the third one too. He's got a deep Iron Monkey. How good is Iron Monkey? Damn, But he wasn't quite the household name yet that Jet Li was. Jet Li's got to be at number 5. Jet Li's gonna make my list. I'm sorry. He's got a few more bangers for me. And yeah, where you raise Ip Man, I raise Once Upon a Time in China. He's got his own epic saga as well. And then the single type movies, Jet Li got to take that. Yeah, number 4. And this is where it's tough because this is where I delve into not as many great movies, but the peak of how much I enjoyed these guys' martial arts was higher. As crazy as that is to say, Tony Jaa. I can sit here and tell you right now, Tony Jaa got like 4 movies that blow me away, And then after that, it's a lot of average to bad. I mean, there's a couple fucking sprinkled in there as well. Killzone 2, sequel to the great Donnie Yen movie, Killzone. Uh, Tony Jaa is phenomenal in that movie, especially like the end fight scene. But there's four movies in particular that just wow me and knock me off my feet to the point where like they're just all timers to me in ways that the other two don't have, and that is the Ong Bak trilogy. The Ong Bak trilogy. It's timeless for me. I can watch it. The way like Tony Jaa sparked something in me when he first appeared on the screen, where he's jumping on people's heads, he was cracking people with his elbows, hitting people with his knees. The power he would bring at his size, plus his speed, and then of course the thing that only Jackie Chan can do so well. Tony Jaa at least did somewhat of a decent impression with his stunts. Tony Jaa wowed me in ways the other two below him couldn't do. The other two below him have more better movies, but if I don't know, I can't get past that peak form. You know what I mean? And something about the peak of what was Tony Jaa, Ong Bak 1, Protector, Ong Bak 2, Ong Bak 3. Tony Jaa, if I'm being real with myself, got to go number 4. At number 3, same type of fucking situation, dude. Iko Uwais, or Uwais, however you want to say his name. Let me just say this. If not for Raid 1 and 2 alone, that's enough right there, dude. If you only knew how much I love the Raid movies. Absolute martial arts perfection, and it's a fucking crime. It looks like we're not going to get the third one from Gareth Evans, but damn it, how good is Iko in those movies? The choreography, I think his acting is strong. The movies in general that he's in are just, and I mean the Raid movies, so fucking well done. And then of course Marantau and the fucking what the hell's the other one? You know how I do this. I fucking got it right over here. Headshot. Ooh, I was able to spot it. Headshot, pretty damn solid. What is the movie with Joe Taslim? It's on Netflix. Solid fucking flick. He's got some bangers all around. But for the Raid movies alone, holy shit, dude. You don't get better than that. Got to be Iko at number 3. And then the untouchable of the untouchables, the top 2. At number 2, this is a tie. I have 3 martial artists that aren't just martial artists. They're my 3 favorite people to watch on screen over any type of dramatic actor, over any type of horror actor, slasher villain, any type of shit like that. As much as I love all that other shit, what gets me more hyped than anything is seeing these 3 guys on screen. One of which is not here, but I think you can put 2 and 2 together, and at least you, Jacob, figure out who that is. And then these last 2. Number 2, it's going to be Jackie Chan. As good as Tony Jaa was at this shit, he could sustain it. You don't see him doing the same stunts. Hell, by The Protector 2, he had CGI in his movies. I remember that was like the first turn off, like, oh shit, what is he doing? It's supposed to be Tony Jaa. He's got CGI in his movies. And I think, honestly, I still believe this, because the quality of what Tony Jaa did, I don't think it wore thin. It seemed like he was like a step slower. Didn't seem as like, you know, it's almost like he made it. Not that he got his money and cashed out. He's still balling, not money-wise, but he's fucking balling. He's killing the fucking fight game in the movies. But it's almost like, I look at it like this. I think that Tony Jaa, part of why his movies fell off a bit was because he probably came in breakneck, desperation. You see this with like real fighters, how they're craving success. They want to put their name on the map, and then once they get all that and the money, they just don't have the same drive. I think Tony Jaa was like taking risks. He was jumping off of shit, flying through glass, doing crazy shit. Gonna be like the next Jackie Chan. He kind of dials that back now, I feel like. That's the only way I can describe it. It seems like there's something missing there. That uniqueness that I saw in like those first 4 films he did, that spark isn't there the same. Jackie Chan, that stayed with him his whole career till he got old as dirt. You can't replicate that. I always say that, man. Jackie Chan is the greatest entertainer this world has ever seen. He's fucking funny as shit. Yeah, Jackie Chan's funny as shit. Like, I don't know if there's many better people at physical comedy than Jackie Chan. He didn't have to say anything. He is just so fucking naturally gifted at physical comedy. You might think I'm crazy, but the more you think about it, you might be like, well, damn. Um, just his action in general, amazing. The fight choreography, the way he fucking displays it with, his fucking, oh, I got stubbed on the finger. Oh shit. Like, he's always doing something crazy like that with it. And the choreography in general looks amazing. He's got his own patented style. Like, always, I don't want no trouble. Shit like that. With the comedy, with the fighting. It's his own unique thing. He kind of brought comedy to the fight scene like that, and it just changed everything. A lot of people try to replicate it, can't really do it as good as Jackie Chan. Who can, right? And then, of course, man, he's just an all-around entertainer when you add in the stunts too. The way he basically would risk his life during movies just to entertain us. I am eternally grateful for Jackie Chan and the risk and shit he did, not just for me as a fan, but anybody. Jackie Chan got to be in the top two. Jackie Chan at number two. And at number one, if you didn't know, the almighty of almighties, Bruce Lee. And you could even say this with Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee only got 4 movies and a quarter. That's why we say 4 and a quarter, because he was at the end of Game of Death. But those 4 movies and that impact it not only had on my life, but just millions of people. I mean, it's unheard of, man. It's unmatched. And I can still watch those movies over and over again, man. I don't have this fucking like Bruce Lee shrine over here for no fucking reason, man. That dude changed everything for me. I'd never seen anything like that. I was like a kid in diapers, like, what is this? Like, I was so interested at such a young age, and he affected so many people in that way, dude. I mean, like, I didn't take martial arts for long, but the short stint that I did was because of Bruce Lee. Like, fucking around with nunchucks, learn how to use nunchucks pretty good. It was because of Bruce Lee. Shit I had no business doing was because of Bruce Lee. You know, he at least made me step out of that zone to try, at least for a second, some different things. Whereas everybody else, it's like, oh, I'd love to do that, and you never do it. So he resonated with me on that level, and just everything about him beyond the fighting and in the movies and everything else is just infinitely interesting. Bruce Lee, got to be number one. So as always, guys, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another Top 5 Thursday. Sorry about that burp, man. We ain't editing that out either. We don't even edit Top 5 Thursdays because it's that raw deal, bro. Get with it. What's y'all's top 5 Asian dudes in cinema? I know Jacob mentioned Philip Ree as an example. Love that dude too. Problem is, though, he really only did like the best of the best movies. He got a raw break, dude. Another one that got a raw break, Robin Shao or Shu, however you want to pronounce his name from Mortal Kombat. Love both those dudes. But could have used a little more from him. Shocking they didn't get more big roles over here or just in general. But all right, guys. Love y'all, man. Keep up the good work. And put in some more fucking suggestions next week. Not you, Jacob. Or you, Ryan. Y'all are doing great. Everybody else, though, step your game up. All right, man.